Alright, this has been number one. And yes, I put on a glove. My bedding is a combination of manure, other minerals, compost, or peat moss. So I'm definitely putting on a glove. Alright, so this one doesn't have a date on it, but I'm pretty sure it's about 2 months old from when I did this one. But the other ones I will show you actually do have. And if you look at this bin, it's a little drier than I like it to be, but it's finished. And you can see there are some worms on top, and that's probably has to do with the fact that it's a little on the drier side, so they're looking for moisture. But I'm going to pick up a handful. This is what we got. This is finished compost. Okay? Castings, compost, good worm population in this particular bin. So I'm very happy with that. But it's not dried down towards the bottom. Good moisture. Worms are doing good. Nice, fat, healthy worms. I mean, I'll pick up a couple of the worms so we can see what the worms look like. They're very robust worms. So, worms are doing good. So, very good worms. Castings and compost looks very, very good. So, this one's going to get harvested tonight. This will be one of the bins that I actually will harvest tonight. I harvested 2 bins already today and changed the bedding on those. So everything's looking good. But like I said, this is what I'm speaking on. I mean, most of my bins that I'm going to show you are around the same time frame as far as dates. So this one was probably done around the same time. So, but everything looks good. I'm happy with that, and that's what you want to see. So, even if this bin is 3 months old, it looks extremely well. There's nothing else left in here. There's no manure here. No peat moss. Well, there's peat moss in it. I wouldn't say there's no peat moss, but they're going to eat some of the peat moss. But what I will be doing going forward, starting at the beginning of the year, when I start to harvest out my bins, I'm going to start weighing the bedding that I'm using, just so I kind of keep a record of how much I'm producing as far as castings are concerned. So that's a good thing to start doing, so you kind of know what you're actually getting out of your castings, what your worms are doing. So this one looks real good. I want to get one with a date, so I can show you. All right, give me a second. I'm going to grab another bin. Okay, here we are back with bin number 2. Let me see if I can get a date on this. Hopefully the camera's picking up that it was done on 10/16, and it does have a note on here to add more worms to this particular bin. But looking at this bin, it looks really good. Casting, it's probably about an inch worth of bedding in here, or worm compost that's here. So this one was done with compost. Some of my finished compost. So this looks good. So let's take a look. Yeah, look. Beautiful castings. Everything's looking good. Those are very good castings. I mean, you can just see it when you drop it down. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's good population in here. Nice fat worms. As you can see, nice fat worms. So this is what I'm saying. This bin is only, it's the 16th, so it's only a little over a month old. So what is that? A month and a week. Tops a month and 2 weeks. So as you can see, this is the one that was done with the compost. So that just tells you how alive that compost was and how it did break down and go through the cycle of decomposition. Everything looks good. This is another one that will get, actually probably will, not going to do it tonight, but this is another bin that I can harvest. Little piece of acorn in there, but everything looks good. So this is what I'm saying. This bin is only a month old, and these worms have actually turned this compost and the bedding into ready worm compost, worm castings. And I can just hear it. When I drop it down, it sounds like little beads. It's a little dry than I would like it to be, or it should be, but this is the end of its cycle, so that's okay. There are pieces of stick in here. There are pieces of the alpaca. There's pieces of leaves, bark. There's a lot of different things in here. So, like always, what I'll do is when I go to do that, when I harvest this, I usually will just throw this back in, kind of crush it up a little bit. Looks like there's even some biochar. But this is another bin, and that's what I'm saying. These bins, this bin has turned over very, very quick. I mean, it didn't have its normal 6 inches of bedding in there, but still, very healthy bin. They went through it, made quick work of it. And when you're selling your castings, that's what you want. You want your worms to do the work and really take care of the castings and make the castings so that you have good product in the end. So, all right, so I'm going to grab another bin. We're going to take a look at another bin and see where we're at with that. All right, but once again, this bin was done on 10/16. It's ready to be harvested in a month and a week. All right, so I'm back with another bin. And if you can see the date on this one, it is 10/23. And this is a wiggle room bin that I had. So it was started on 10/23. So let's take a look at this one and see where we're at. All right, so this one looks real good. Good moisture right off the top, I can see. Very good bin. Looks good. Good moisture. Little pocket. The worms love to go in those corners. And we could tell that we had some cocoons hatching because there's some baby worms here. So that's a good thing. So that helps bring up your population. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is a very healthy bin. Very happy bin. So that's a nice group of worms. That's a nice worm ball. That's what we want to see. Nice. Good moisture. Some worms in the corner on this side. Once again. But overall, this is a well populated bin. And if we think about it, yeah, this is a very well populated bin. And these are the original worms that I got from them. I was very happy with the worms I got from them. Very healthy worms. So everything's looking good. Do I say, I mean, overall, the castings look good. I mean, am I going to say this one's ready? No, not yet. This one can definitely go a little bit longer. Doesn't have a whole lot of life to it before you really want to start to harvest it. But the moisture's good. The compost castings look good. So I'm happy with that. They're happy. Nice fat worms. So that's really what we're looking at. Real nice, healthy castings. Good compost. It's breaking down very well. Worms are going through it. I couldn't ask for anything more than that. And like I said, this is a bin that's actually, 6 days? Well, 9 days later than the one I showed you already. This one has a little more bedding, had a little more bedding in it. So, everything looks good though. So, that's the difference in between those two bins. One had a little more bedding than the other. So, I want to grab one more bin, show you what we're looking like, and we'll go from there. All right, here's another bin. And this one was down, harvested, well, not harvested. The last time it was actually harvested and made a new bin was on 10/24. So this is a new bin, 10/24. So, good moisture. Good moisture. We do have some gnats flying around. I just covered up a cocoon. So that's a good thing. We actually have a cocoon. So that's a good thing. So let's take a look at this. Let's stir them up. Great moisture. Lots of worms down in there. Nice big fat juicy worms. So very happy there. These worms are doing very, very good. So pocket of worms in the corner. But as you can see, very lively worms. And this stuff looks extremely well. Nice grouping of worms in the corner. And the reason why I can tell also that these bins are very, very healthy bins are because when I do my bins, I use cardboard. I don't use much paper. I usually use cardboard. And there's not a shred of cardboard in the bin. So they pretty much have devoured the paper, the cardboard. So that's a good thing. That they actually, it's a good healthy bin. We saw some cocoons. So that's a good thing. Good moisture. Very happy worms. There are some fly issues in this, and I can't call it an issue. It's not a festation or anything like that. But when you're using the alpaca manure or you're using compost from outside that you made, you are going to get some flies once they get accustomed to the temperature in your home, in your basement, or wherever you're keeping your worms. So everything looks good. I'm happy with this particular bin. So that's just a quick look at some of the bins just to see where we're at, how they are coming along, progressing. They're progressing very, very well. Like I showed you, one bin needs to be harvested now, which I will harvest that one now. Second bin I will probably harvest tomorrow. And the other two bins, they still have some time to go. But I guarantee you probably within a month they will be ready to be harvested. So all you want to do is you really want to start looking at your bins and make sure the moisture is good, make sure you have good population. And also, like anything else, what you put into your bedding is what you're going to get out. So I appreciate everybody coming back, watching my videos. This is New Era Gardener. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your night. All right, appreciate you. Thanks.